So it's been a while since I've covered a controversial topic like spoofing on my YouTube channel, and that's really because I really haven't heard any rumblings from spoofers regarding how things are going in the spoofing world. Now, I myself have never spoofed when it comes to Pokemon Go. I really don't find any need for it, and I'm the kind of person that just doesn't feel like it's actually the most fun way to play Pokemon Go, and I stand by that. But I do have a lot of friends who spoof, or at least used to spoof, and it seems like when I talk to them, there's just very little interest in Pokemon Go as of late, and I really think a lot of that has to do with what Niantic did with Pokemon Go this year. I really want to talk about this because I really want to know where spoofers are when it comes to Pokemon Go, because even in my own local communities, we used to have a lot of different spoofers that would snipe gyms, but I really haven't had that problem in a while, and I'm really curious to know if this spoofing community has actually died out and spoofers no longer really play the game. But I could be completely wrong here. I really don't know. If you are a spoofer, I would love to know what you are doing in the comment section below. But in any case, yeah, that's what I'm going to be exploring in today's video. Let's roll the intro and get right into it. How's it going, everyone? It's me, It's Count here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. Today I'm going to be talking about whether or not spoofers are still playing Pokemon Go. I had a very interesting conversation with a good friend of mine who used to play Pokemon Go, and back when he did play Pokemon Go, he was definitely spoofing all the time. And you know, he had some very interesting remarks regarding Pokemon Go as of late, and I honestly think this is something that's worthy of a good discussion, considering that a lot of players were always furious about spoofers ruining the experience for them, and I do think a lot of spoofers tend to do that when they snipe gyms and different things like that. But it's very interesting right now because when it comes to spoofing, it's something that we really haven't been talking about at all throughout this year. Usually it's something that comes up over the past couple of years, but this year in particular, it really hasn't been on the forefront of anyone's minds. And I really think it's because it's possible that spoofing has drastically declined this year. And I really think it has a lot to do with how Niantic designed Pokemon Go in response to the pandemic. I really think the game as it's designed right now makes spoofing completely obsolete. Like, if you are a spoofer, there's probably a lot of different reasons why you spoof. Like, you want to play Pokemon Go but want to enjoy it from the comfort of your home, and the way the game is right now, you can do that without actually having to spoof. Sure, recently they did nerf incense, but when it comes to raiding, you can always remote raid and do a whole bunch of raids from the comfort of your home, and you don't need to go out as much as you used to in order to get all of the best Pokemon throughout community days and throughout just your everyday regular gameplay. So I really am wondering if spoofing even exists anymore, because even when it comes to some of my friends who used to play the game, a lot of them have quit Pokemon Go, and it's mainly because they just got completely bored with the game before everyone else. And the main reason for that is, of course, because they were spoofing. When they were spoofing, they were able to catch a lot of the Pokemon that they wanted a lot quicker than the average player, and I really think this contributed to the downfall of spoofing for a lot of players. I mean, regardless if you agree or disagree with spoofing, it's always been a big chunk of this Pokemon Go community. A lot of players do spoof. In fact, I would say that there's still a lot of people who probably still spoof. We just don't hear from them lately, and I really think it's because a lot of players have been focusing more on some of the other negatives that have been going on with Pokemon Go, like for example with Niantic greed and some of the design choices that they've been making as of late, and because of that, the eyes have shifted away from spoofers. And I really wonder if that's really what it is, but it's also very possible that spoofers are just not playing the game anymore. I mean, if you think about it, there's just a lot of reasons not to spoof in Pokemon Go right now. If you spoofed because there's no gyms around you and you want to raid, well, you could still raid right now with remote raid passes. In fact, I would say that that about 90% of my raids are actually through remote raid passes, and it's been with the free remote raid passes that I've gotten recently. And when it comes to gym battling and when it comes to occupying gyms, I have a handful of gyms that I could simply walk to from my home or from my work, and I don't necessarily have to worry about traveling in order to get my 50 Poké Coins a day. So overall, the game has been very friendly for players who do not want to travel as much as they used to. And I really feel like this was one of the big excuses that a lot of players who spoof were using. I mean, at least when it comes to some of the players who spoof that I talk to, they mainly talk about how they live in an area that is not filled with Pokestops and gyms, so they have to spoof in order to go to populated areas. But recently, they haven't really needed to do that, considering that incense bonuses and a lot of the spawn rates have been a lot better. And then, of course, with gifts, you can get a whole bunch of Pokeballs from that. And of course, with remote raiding, there really hasn't been a need to go out to heavily populated areas in order to grind out raids. And I really feel like this is part of the reason why spoofing has kind of dropped out of the public perception as of late. I mean, no one is really talking about spoofing. No one's complaining about it. No one's talking about it. No one's bragging about it. You don't even really see screenshots from spoofers bragging about Pokemon that they caught while spoofing anymore. I just really feel like there's just been this huge decline within the spoofing community. And I'm really starting to wonder if Niantic starts to backtrack on a lot of the bonuses that they implemented for COVID-19, that if spoofers are going to start spoofing again and you're going to see a huge boon in spoofers and it's going to be the forefront of the conversation once again. But as of right now, that really hasn't been the case. A lot of spoofers have been going on playing the game without being detected, or they are just simply quitting it outright because they are either bored with the game or they feel like they don't need to spoof anymore. But I'm not part of the spoofing community. I myself have personally never touched a spoofing app in my life, so I really have no real perception on what's actually been going on within the spoofing community. But at least from what I've observed and at least from what I've heard from people who spoof, it just seems like this is the case. So yeah. What's also interesting is that at the beginning of this year, we saw a lot of different ban waves come out for spoofers, and a lot of spoofers did actually get their main accounts banned, some of them permanently banned. And I'm wondering if this had a huge effect on the spoofing community, because a lot of players lost their main accounts. Are they just outright quitting the game, or they're going fully legit? I'm really curious about this because we really didn't hear much about spoofers after that ban wave, and I really think it did actually have an effect, and you're seeing the effects of it right now. A lot of spoofers are no longer spoofing, or they're just quitting the game. So yeah, I really don't know, but I'm suspecting that this is the case. And I don't follow a lot of content creators who spoof, but from the ones that I do catch occasionally, it just seems like they're not creating as much content as they used to. I mean, for example, with Lifting and Zombies, like he's a pretty good content creator, but of course he is a spoofing content creator. And I really haven't seen much activity from him as of late. It just doesn't seem like he's streaming as much as he used to. And then of course other spoofing content creators are not even playing Pokemon Go anymore. So I'm really curious to know what's actually going on. But yeah, in any case, yeah, maybe I just shouldn't even really care. I shouldn't even really bother, considering that spoofing is, of course, one of the most contentious parts of the Pokemon community. It's going to be what a lot of people are going to be really toxic about on both ends of it. So I really shouldn't be stoking any fires, and I really shouldn't be pouring gasoline on a fire that has gone out for a long time now. But in any case, yeah, I'm just really curious about this, and yeah, that's really the point of this video. I really want to know what people are thinking, and if you are someone who spoofs who happens to be watching my videos, I would love to know what's going on and what you are personally doing when it comes to Pokemon Go. And in every video where I bring up spoofing, I always have to leave this one little tidbit. I don't agree with spoofing. I don't think it's necessary to enjoy Pokemon Go. And I'm always of the mindset that if you are spoofing, you're actually inhibiting your game and you're actually preventing yourself from enjoying Pokemon Go to its fullest potential. Although I will say that's a little bit arguable this year because, of course, Niantic has made a couple of missteps. And of course, because of the pandemic, we're all in a very interesting circumstance. So yeah, I really don't know in that case, but in any case, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Leave your thoughts down below regarding any of this. If you are a spoofer, again, share what you are doing when it comes to Pokemon Go. Did you quit the game? Are you someone who is actively still playing the game? You're just keeping it low key? I would love to know your thoughts down below. But in any case, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. I am Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, and I'll catch you all later.